welcome to episode of Multiplex Movie Melee. I am Mark Machaka, and I'm here all by myself. There's nobody else. But you know what? Doesn't matter. We got ourselves a good match here today. We got a couple of debut teams here today. We got first we got Bring Out Your Dead, which is a team of Dylan Vanthine, and Jeremy Potters from the Phoenix Club. Exciting team. Big fan of both those guys. I think they pair up very nicely. I think they got something special. And then we got the Lonely Goatherds, who are the Kingsmen. They comprise of Matthew Chen and Dean Manis. Dean had a promising debut last year, and Matthew just kind of lit the league on fire yesterday. Yesterday, oh my God, we are in for a good one, folks. But with that, just settle down to keep talking. We'll bring in our first team, Bring Out Your Dead, which is Dylan Vanthine and Jeremy Potters, along with their manager, Cody Newberry. Hello, everybody. How you doing?
I'm fine. I don't know what their team name is. You said it, and that still confused me. Jack's here to manage, so guaranteed he'll be asleep by round 2, so we won't have to worry about him doing any challenges or anything, 'cause he doesn't know. Matthew, great player last year, like rebounded, number one contenders match. He's not, and Dean is a rookie coming up. So, but I hope misery, despair, and awfulness for them. This is my last manager match in Melee. I don't get to do this anymore after today, so this is like my send off team. I've managed like the concept and Jake Marangoni title match, and I'm going on like a debut match. This is not how I envisioned. But Dylan and Jeremy, I think, are a team that Dylan is having a season, and he's more relaxed than he's ever been. So I think this is just like I think they're a perfect pairing together, and I think they'll do great tonight. And Jack, I hate you. That's from Tim Brzakala, not me.
Well, we'll take Cody out here for a little bit, and we'll bring in our other team, the Lonely Goatherds, which are Matthew Chen and Dean Manis, with their manager who's already been brought up, Jack Pinchuk. Guys, how are you? How do you feel about today's match?
I'm not going to lie to you, you two here. I'm feeling really good about today's match. You two are two very strong players. Matthew had an incredible season last year. Dean, very promising player. I'm really excited to see what shit you two can cause on a team together. So, how do you two feel?
Nadine, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel good. Got picked up by the Kingsmen. Not really sure what I did to get paired with Matthew. He's incredible. So I'm just really excited. Really pumped to be on his team. He's a very cool guy. So yeah, excited for today.
Yeah, I'm also just very excited. Dean's a great guy, so I'm excited to team up with him, and looking forward to Dylan and Jeremy. Let's see what happens.
All right, then. What?
Oh, also a message for Tim and or Cody, whoever said they hate me. I also hate me, so I get it. Anyway.
Well, I'm glad I did not just run over that. Take out Jack, and go ahead. Well, I'm just rearrange us here. Go ahead and get started with round number 1, which is going to work like this. You guys are going to get 8 questions into 8 general movie categories. You have 15 seconds to write the answer down on your whiteboard. And at the end of the time, you will show and verbalize your answer. You get 1 point for each correct answer. And each team has 3 repeats and a challenge to use throughout the match. Gentlemen, any questions?
Nope.
No.
All right, then I will ask them from here on out. And we will start your first category in sports. What country is the Drago family from in the Rocky franchise? Rocky. That's it came out now, I guess. Oh boy. This is what we gotta look forward to, folks. Me rambling on by myself. 5, 4, 3,
You're doing
2,
great.
and 1. Thank you for the support. Okay, we will go ahead and start with Dylan.
Russia.
All right. And Dean.
Russia.
All right, Jeremy.
Russia.
And Matthew.
Russia.
Russia is the correct answer. Clean sweep on the first question. Let's see if we can keep that going. Your next question in the category of directors. Who directed Romancing the Stone, Contact, and Allied? You know, all pretty good movies. I think a couple gems in there. I think a couple are actually kind of underrated. For me, yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pans down. Man, that was weird. Okay, let's start with Dean.
Robert Zemeckis.
And Jeremy.
Robert Zemeckis.
Matthew.
Robert Zemeckis.
And Dylan.
Robert Zemeckis.
Look at that, another clean sweep. Going on to your next question in the category of musicals. In Singin' in the Rain, what does Kathy do for Lena during production of The Dancing Cavalier? Great. Everybody knows my favorite category, musicals. Can't get enough of them. I'm just singing and dancing all day long. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. Just hang out with me for one day. I swear you'll get a treat. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. All right. And we'll start with Dean.
Didn't know. Take her place.
All right, Jeremy.
I have no idea. It's supposed to say give her shoes.
All right. And Matthew.
I said, that's her voice.
And Dylan.
Does it sing for her?
Dubs her voice is the correct answer. Matthew getting that and remaining perfect. Be going on to our next question in round 1.
Can you bring Cody in just for 1 second, sir?
Okay. Oh, okay. He's waving. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to get attention. Any reason why you wouldn't take Sings if Dub's voice, like dub over her, is singing for her? I would say the same.
Is it? It isn't.
Or is it just specifically speaking and no singing?
I got Dubs her voice in the doc. Like Matthew put exactly what we're looking for.
I think it's a fair challenge in that regard. If you think there's too much of a disconnect on it, but I think if
I haven't seen the movie in a while, so it's tough. I don't think we'll need the challenge, but later on. But you never know. I know at the end, I'm sure they're talking about the movie, not the production, but she does sing, like, provide her singing voice at the end of the movie. I don't know if there's any singing in the film that they're shooting itself, like if it's a musical, but...
Dang, that's my problem.
Yeah.
I'd say we just go for it. I mean...
Okay, yeah, we like the challenge that it's all in one, so...
We'll be right back.
Singing should be on.
Wow, we are back from that challenge, guys, and after convening, we have decided to award Dylan the point for sings her voice, dubs her voice. It was more or less the same thing, so we're going ahead and go with that. And with that, we're tied up at 5-5. Going on to the fourth question, round number 1, which will come in the category of comedy. Who plays movie producer Marty Wolf in Big Fat Liar? Movie producers always very likable people. I think most people, some of the best people we know are people in that profession. Like, I think we can all agree with that, right, guys? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, Dean. All right, and start with Jeremy.
Paul Giamatti.
All right, go to Dean.
And I also had Paul Giamatti.
All right. Go to Dylan.
Paul Giamatti.
Okay, and Matthew.
Paul Giamatti.
Alrighty, that clean sweep again. Dylan and Matthew remaining perfect. Go on to the next question in the category of actors and actresses. Who stars in the films Clute, Julia, and the China Syndrome? List the name of movies. So I think some of our favorite things to do, just listing off movies. I can list off about 4 or 5 more, but I'll choose not to because it may give away something. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Read the question.
And all right, Dylan, you just beat me. That'll be your team's first repeat. Your question again: who stars in the films Clute, Julia, and the China Syndrome? Great. This is what people want, more of me talking. We're going to get a few more seconds of that before I got to count this down. Man, this is not awesome. Me going back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down. I don't think I've started with Matthew this match, so Matthew, will go to you.
Jane Fonda.
All righty, Dylan.
Jane Fonda.
Okay, Dean.
Didn't have it.
All right, and Jeremy.
No, I said Paul David.
Jane Fonda is correct, and Dylan and Matthew still perfect, and we are still tied 8-8, going into our next category in animation. Category is animation. In Princess Mononoke, the first animal seen to become corrupted is what kind of animal? All Ghibli movies. I've seen a lot of those. Kind of, in the middle on this one. I think a lot of people disagree with me, but, it's the way it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down. Let's start with Dylan.
I believe it's a boar.
All right. And Dean.
I had wolf.
Okay. And Matthew.
Boar.
And Jeremy.
I had no clue. Cat.
Boar is the correct answer, staying tied at 9 apiece, going into the penultimate category in scores and soundtracks. Who has composed the scores for every Damien Chazelle directed film? This guy. I love this guy. Again, I would say some of the films he's done, but I give stuff away. I don't want to do that. It's the nature of the beast. I don't know. Maybe that's the title. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Let's start with Jeremy.
Alexander Desplat.
And Dean.
I didn't get there.
Okay, Dylan.
Said Justin Hurwitz.
And Matthew.
Justin Hurwitz.
Justin Hurwitz is the correct answer. Dylan and Matthew still staying perfect. 10 apiece. I think you guys know what happens when you get this next one, right? So, I won't say anything further and just tell you your next category is classics. How are Joe and Nathan related in Rio Bravo?
I love you.
Okay. I don't know if I know you that well, Jeremy, but, maybe we'll get there. You never know. That's all I got. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, for dramatic effect, let's start with Jeremy.
Well, you keep asking Rio Bravo questions. I'll love you forever. Brothers.
That's good to know. Dean.
Brothers.
All right. Matthew.
I've never seen it, but I went Brothers.
And Dylan.
Brothers.
And the double perfect round for Dylan and Matthew.
Well done.
All right. 12 apiece, and you guys will be issued a bonus question, also worth 1 point. This will be only to Dylan and Matthew, but because there are 2 people, please write on your whiteboards. Your question: Name 3 films where Dwayne Johnson plays the titular character. And you'll get a little bit of extra time for this question. No, I'm sure it's said that, we always like to, make that joke of always having to say the titular character. I'm pretty sure that's why most of us write it. Pretty sure it's like I myself write the question. But his name should be, man. It's the last round 1 question. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1. All right, Matthew, you just beat me. That is your team's first repeat. And again, name 3 films where Dwayne Johnson plays the titular character. Oh, yeah. I forgot for a second there. I kind of have to say something and, just kind of as it goes. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, pens down, folks. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with Dylan.
I got Snitch, The Scorpion King, and Hobbs and Shaw.
Okay, and let's go to Matthew.
I had the Black Adam, the Scorpion King, and Hobbs and Shaw.
Okay. All right. Well, Matthew is correct. What I have is Black Adam, Hobbs and Shaw, The Tooth Fairy, The Scorpion King, and Hercules. So I'll be awarding Matthew the point on that one. And with that, is the end of round.
Bring Cody in again.
Yes,
all right. Is he waving? Was he waving?
No, he needs to go.
Okay. Cody?
I could have sworn I heard a question recently about Snitch where it was like who plays the title character in Snitch, and I was like, I didn't know that was the name of the character in that movie, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's what he Snitch. Like that's what.
So what I'm looking at right now on Snitch is his name is Jonathan Matthews. So on the title character, I don't like if he is referred to as the Snitch the entire in the movie. I think that qualifies.
No, well, I think his son is the one who snitches, so I think I'm probably wrong. That's fine. We'll leave that one. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, I think Cody's about to say. Sorry, Cody. Well, with that, we're going to start round number 2, which is the wheel round, in which both our teams will get a chance to spin our wheel, and the way it goes, they're going to spin the wheel. They like what they get the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will have to keep what they land on the second time. They're going to get 5 questions from whatever category they land on, which will be worth 2 points apiece. And they can check down the multiple choice for 1 point. The categories on tonight's wheel are sci-fi icons and action adventure, which are Bring Out Your Dead strengths, and recent releases and animation, which are the Lonely Goatherds strengths. And we also have mystery thriller, 1980s, 2010s, and romantic comedies as well, along as spinners and opponent's choice. The Lonely Goatherds, you guys are ahead, so you guys the option to spin first or defer.
I think we can defer, right?
Yeah, I think we defer.
Yeah, I say defer.
Okay.
All right, bye, Jack. Hello, Cody. And Bring Out Your Dead. This will be your first spin. Awesome. And it lands on sci-fi icons. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I believe we're taking that, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
We will have that. Thank you very much.
Well, alrighty then. Goodbye, Wheel. Goodbye, Cody. And I guess since I'm the only one here, I'll be asking your questions in sci-fi icons. So, Dylan, Jeremy, you guys ready for your question, sci-fi icons?
Yep.
Sure.
Coolio. All right. Your first question. How many sci-fi icons films does Hugo Weaving play a role in?
Okay, so there's the 3 Matrix films.
Yep.
The first 3 Matrix films. He's not in Resurrections, is he?
No.
5, 4,
All right. Just that.
2, 1.
Repeat the question.
All right, there's you guys' second repeat. The question again. How many sci-fi icons films does Hugo Weaving play a role in?
Does he voice a Transformer ever?
That's what I'm wondering. You want to just go to multiple choice just to like minimize the steal here?
Sure.
All right, we'll go to multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, 5, B, 6, C, 7, or D, 8.
So he probably does voice a Transformer.
Well, let's say if it's the 3 Matrix and then 3 Transformers, I'd be 6.
4,
Let's
3,
go 6. Final
2.
answer.
6 is correct for a point.
Good job, Jeremy.
It was 3 Transformers and 3 Matrix films. All right, your next question. Who composed the majority of the scores for the Transformers franchise?
Steve Jablonsky.
Yeah. Yes.
Steve Jablonsky, final answer.
That's correct for 2 points. Your next question. Who is the first person seen to be communicating with Mother in Alien?
It's Dallas, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Or is it? It's not. The droid.
5.
I don't
4,
think so.
3.
I think you're right.
2.
Dallas,
1.
final answer.
Dallas is correct for 2 points. Moving on to your next question. Besides his compass not working, what other reason is Royce initially able to tell that the planet he's on isn't Earth in Predators?
It's like the sun hasn't moved, right?
Right. Yeah, the sun's not functioning right.
The sun's not setting, or the sun. Well, let's just say the sun hasn't moved in the sky. Yeah. So the sun has not moved in the sky. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. All right, and your final question, sci-fi icons. Who plays the CEO in RoboCop 3?
Ooh, I know this one.
You got it?
Yeah, it's Rip Torn.
Go for it.
Rip Torn, final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points, getting the clean sweep of the category.
Let's go.
All right, and with that, Bring Out Your Dead, getting their score up to 20. So 21. Yeah, it is 21. I thought, look, that doesn't make any sense. It is 21. You end up score up to 21. Bring back up the wheel as long as Jack for Lonely Goatherd spin. You know, telling you guys to mix up your name. I still haven't yet. I will want some credit later on. And it lands on Spinner's choice.
Perfect.
So I think we go recent releases here.
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
I think that's probably the right play. Y'all got this. Use multiple if you have it or if you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. You guys go on recent releases. There goes the wheel. There goes Jack. And as I said before, I'll be asking your questions in recent releases. Oh, boy. All right. Your first question. In 2022's Scream, who plays the killer Richie?
That's I'm blanking on his name. It's Quaid. He in The Boys.
Yes. It is
Jack Quaid.
yeah.
4, 3, 2.
Jack Quaid. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Good job, Matthew.
Right. Moving on to your next question. In The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, there is a wax figure of Cage from what movie?
It's Face Off.
It's Face Off, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Face Off. Final answer.
That's correct for 2 points. Your next question. In Triangle of Sadness, the captain avoids food poisoning by eating what food instead of the fish?
Do you remember?
No,
Have you? Did you watch
No.
Triangle of Sadness?
no, I haven't watched it.
No. Okay. Let's go multiple choice then.
Yeah.
All right. Multiple choice options are A, hot dog, B, steak, C, club sandwich, or D, cheeseburger.
I wanted to say steak. That's what my mind was thinking before, but I wasn't confident. So,
For sure. Yeah, go with it.
all right, steak. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Going over to Bring Out Your Dead for the 1 point steal. Is it A, hot dog, B, steak, C, club sandwich, or D, cheeseburger?
I was thinking either hot dog or cheeseburger.
I have not seen this one. I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen it. I'm having trouble remembering this part.
5,
I kind of want to lean hot dog because it's
3,
weirder.
Okay.
2.
Hot dog, final
1.
answer.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for D, cheeseburger.
Yeah. Shit.
All right. With that, move on to Lonely Guard's next question in recent releases. In Elvis, David Winham plays what country singer who is Elvis initially touring with?
Did you watch Elvis?
No. Do you remember this?
I watched this over the summer. It's
Okay.
not very good, so I think we go multiple choice.
Okay. Multiple choice.
All right. Multiple choice options are A, Hank Williams, B, Hank Snow, C, Conway Twitty, or D, Eddie Arnold.
I want to go Hank Williams. I'm not
Okay.
sure. All right,
I
Hank
like
Williams.
it. Yeah.
Final answer.
That is incorrect. Going to Bring Out Your Dead for the 1 point steal. Is it A, Hank Williams, B, Hank Snow, C, Conway Twitty, or D, Eddie Arnold?
Conway Twitty was sticking out to me.
Okay. I haven't seen it, but
I haven't either.
Think of,
Yeah.
like real life history.
Yeah.
I like Conway Twitty. We can go with Conway Twitty.
Sure, let's go with that. Conway Twitty, final answer.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for B, Hank Snow.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know who that is.
And with that, we'll move on to Lonely Guard's final question in recent releases. Who directed Uncharted?
That's Ruben Fleischer.
Yeah.
Ruben Fleischer. Final answer.
And that is correct. 2 more points. That the Lonely Goatherds get their score up to 19, with the Bring Out Your Dead saying at 21. And with that, we'll move on to round number 3, which is our Pick Your Poison round, in which our teams will be able to pick from a group of categories that had been given to them before the match, in which they can answer a point values of 1, 2, 3, and 4 points. One person will answer the 1 and 2 pointer, and they can convert on the 3 and 4. The categories they can pick from today are recent releases, horror, drama, Steven Spielberg, 1990s, 2010s, crime, and 1980s. Teams will pick what they want here in a bit, and hopefully we come back. We don't know. All right, we're back, and our teams have picked what they wanted for their questions, and we got Bring Out Your Dead taking their 1 pointer in 1990s, taken by Jeremy. Their 2 recent releases taken by Dylan, 3 in 2010s, and their 4 in horror. Where the Lonely Goatherds will take their 1 in Steven Spielberg by Dean, 2 in 2010s by Matthew, 3 in horror, and 4 in recent releases. With that, we will go until we run out of questions, or until one team is mathematically eliminated. Lonely Goatherds, you guys are behind, so we'll be getting started with you. So we'll go over to Dean for the 1 pointer. It's Steven Spielberg. And your question. What type of dinosaur kills lawyer Donald Gennaro in Jurassic Park?
T-Rex.
That's correct for a point. You guys are still behind, so we're going over to Matthew, 2-pointer in 2010s. And your question. Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman, and Margot Robbie star in what biopic?
Bombshell.
That is correct for 2 points. You will take the lead. So then we'll go over to Bring Out Your Dead for the 1-pointer, which will go to Jeremy in the category 1990s. Billy Crystal, Daniel Stern, and Bruno Kirby star in what 1992 Western comedy?
City Slickers.
That is correct for a point. That ties it up at 22, but because you guys have more questions, we're going over to Dylan for 2-pointer and recent releases. Your question. Who directed Tar?
Todd Field.
That is correct for 2
Nice.
more points.
Thank you.
And bringing your guys' score up to 24, which means we'll be going over to the Lonely Goatherds for their 3-pointer in horror. They can confer on this one. Just remind you guys, you have 2 more repeats. Your question. Miranda Richardson, Casper Van Dien, and Jeffrey Jones have supporting roles in what horror film?
Do you know this one?
Not off the top of my head.
Is this? No, I'm.
5, 4,
We can
Repeat.
get a repeat.
2.
Yeah, repeat.
Yeah, repeat.
All right, that is your second repeat. Your question again. Miranda Richardson, Casper Van Dien, and Jeffrey Jones have supporting roles in what horror film?
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. So
No, I don't know either.
5, 4,
Ugh.
3,
Do we just say Starship
2,
Troopers? It's not right.
1.
Starship
Yeah.
Troopers, final answer.
That is incorrect. We are looking for Sleepy Hollow.
okay.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll move on to your guys' 4-point question, which you need to hit to stay in the game, which will come in the category of recent releases. Your question. In Armageddon Time, Paul and Johnny get in trouble for trying to steal what?
It's a computer.
You watch this one, so I trust you.
Yeah. I'm gonna maybe just hear it again.
Yeah.
So just repeat the question, please.
All righty. Want me to count down? All right. In Armageddon Time, Paul and Johnny get in trouble for trying to steal what?
Yeah, it's computer. Computer, final answer.
That is correct for 4 big points. Bring your
job.
total up to 26, which will be then going back over to Bring Out Your Dead for a 3-pointer in 2010s. They just need to hit either one of these last 2 questions to win the match. Well, we'll get started with your 3-pointer in 2010s. Your question. Who appears in the 2010s films The Muppets, Celeste and Jesse Forever, and I Love You Man?
Jason, is that
Is Jason Segel? I mean, he's in
what's
2 of
the, what's the second film? Celeste and
I have no clue. But he's definitely in the other 2. So
I think it's Jason
5,
Segel. Then
4,
it's,
3.
let's just save the repeat. So Jason Segel, final answer.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was Rashida Jones.
Oh,
okay.
And with that, move on to your 4-pointer in horror, which will decide the match. Your question. What type of company does Will work at in Wolf?
Do you know, Dylan?
off the top of my head, no.
Okay.
I've seen it.
It's a publishing house.
Like
5.
Yeah.
let's use the repeat.
3.
Repeat the question, please.
All right. Your final repeat. what type of company does Will work at in Wolf?
Like what kind of?
Like
Like-
it's publishing. That's
Okay.
what he does.
It's a publishing company. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that'd be good. All right, go for it.
Publishing company. Final answer.
And your winner. Bring out your dead. The correct
Let's go,
answer
Jeremy.
was publishing company. And with that, we'll move on to post-match interviews. We'll start with our unfortunate second place finishers. We'll take out Dylan and Jeremy and bring back in Jack. Let's see, guys, you played a pretty good match. 26 total points. You guys are killing it in round one. Kept it. Matthew had the true perfect round, getting those right. Had to take all the time right all those Dwayne the Rock Johnson questions, Dwayne the Rock Johnson movies. Excuse me. But I feel like you guys had a pretty strong showing. You guys just had a couple questions that didn't go your way. Probably able to pull a few of those out. Probably a different story here, but overall, how do you guys feel?
Feel good. They played a great match. Jeremy was saying that Dylan was on fire, and he was. But Jeremy pulled that 4-pointer for the win. They were a great team today. They played awesome. I think there was a couple. We left maybe a couple points on the board. The 3-pointer. I'm a little mad I wasn't able to get there. But it's been a little bit since I've seen that movie. So I feel good. Matthew played great today. I think it was a good debut.
Yeah, no, I think we did a great job together. But Dylan and Jeremy just had a stronger round today, or had stronger, just a stronger match today. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm pretty proud of what we did. And we worked together pretty well. I think with you pulled that 4-pointer for us. So.
No, you guys have absolutely nothing to sneeze at here. This was a great match for y'all. Matthew, you had a killer round one. You guys did really well in round two. There were a couple points that were left on the board there, but what can you do? You played really well. I'm super proud of y'all, and I think you've got great things ahead of you this season. So look out, because the Lonely Goatherds are going to be a team to watch out for this season.
Well, with that being said, guys, you started out 0-1, but sure we'll be probably seeing you guys back at some point. What are you guys' goals for the rest of the season?
The belts, Matthew? Win the belts, I think. That's the goal, I think. The ultimate goal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get that sweet chrome or gold. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time. And with that, we will bring in our winners, which are Bring Out Your Dead, old Jeremy Potters, Dylan, and our manager, Cody Newberry. Or their manager, sorry. Their manager. Guys, you pulled out the big win. Went down the edge. How do you guys feel?
I'll start. I feel great. This was a really fun match to be part of. Nothing but respect to Dean and Matthew. They played fantastic. I knew we were going to have to. We got a pretty tough debut match against them. But I think it was a blessing in disguise, really, because they got to show how good of a team we really are. That taking on a team as good as them. And yeah, I think Jeremy and I are working together really well. I thought we were done after I heard the question because I've been meaning to watch Wolf, and I was like, "Damn, I don't know it."
I haven't seen
Jeremy came through there, but yeah, I'm ecstatic right now. Yeah,
that was a lot of fun. I mean, I've been through a couple slog melee matches this year against faction mates, and to play fresh guys that I've never competed against, and to have both teams hit spinner's choice, essentially perfect rounds everywhere, challenges, behind the scenes insanity, computers doing what computers do. This was amazing, and I'm glad we could send Cody out on a nice high note.
Yeah, in my head, round 3 is just a bitch at times. So I'm sitting there, I was like, do I tell them not to take horror at 3 and can maybe you guys work through 2010s a little bit better at that point? But I was like, no, let's just see if horror sticks. And the shock of Dylan, because Dylan, as soon as Wolf was said, Dylan's head just went straight down, and the excitement on Jeremy. So it was a complete yin and yang moment. So I was really excited. I was like, Jeremy knows this.
Yeah.
But like, just to say, like, Dylan overall as a player has changed a lot in the last year, I would say. I mean, he got a perfect round this week. And then they got their strength, but they also had to hit their strength. And you guys killed it. That Hugo weaving will still be one of my favorites. You want to just say 3 and 3 and just call it?
Yeah.
Sure, let's do
I
it.
guess he starts here,
And then it took everything. And I'm retired as manager, so this is the last time I'm ever going to pitch. If that question doesn't scream Jason Segel, I don't know what question does. I was like, that's got to be Jason. But that seems way too easy to be Jason Segel.
That's what I was thinking.
But it seems like Jason Segel. So overall, I mean, you guys would have made the right guess. And with one repeat, you wanted to make sure you had it for the last. So, yeah. Couldn't be more proud. And I think this team is a team that, if you put this team together last year and you're like, I don't know how they do. They might be middle of the road. They might be, but I think this year you might want to start looking under your shoulder and getting them in the matchup. Might not. Things have changed over the offseason, so it's exciting. It's exciting. I still will be there in support of this team because I'm very proud of them, and I think they will continue on. And Dean and Matthew, well, they'll be back. Get a better manager than Jack. That's all I'll say. That was Tim, not me. I didn't say that. Tim said that, not me.
Well, guys, you do start out 1-0, but even though you just got your first victory, do you have anybody in your sights? Anybody that you just want?
Well, guess what? Here's the fun thing. I'm stopped managing new Melee, so now I get to reveal all the fun and the secrets, right? Because it doesn't matter at this point. You already have your next opponent. It'll be happening soon. You'll be playing a team with an alcoholic beverage in their name.
I knew it.
You will be playing a man that wears a top hat and another man that just only watches horror. So it'll be a fight for the 4-pointer. But other than that, that's who you'll be playing. Thoughts on that? Because now I am taking off my manager hat and now I'm showrunner. What's your thoughts?
I've been wanting to play John for a while because I think I match up pretty well against him, so it should be fun.
They're hacks. Let's go.
Damn.
Never trust a man in a top hat. That's my last note. All right. Thanks.
All righty. Oh, goodbye, guys. Thank you for showing up and for playing. And, man, this was a crazy one, but, the match is great. I think the match was fantastic. Really, some really noteworthy debuts here. I think we got two teams that I think have what in them to really shake things up later on. And, let's say, it just sometimes when you get in a knockdown drag out, just kind of comes to those last few questions. But with that, that'll finish us up today with this episode of Multiplex Movie Melee. I'd like to thank our teams, Bring Out Your Dead, which is Dylan Vanthine and Jeremy Potters, as well as their manager, Cody Newberry, and the Lonely Goatherds. Name I didn't get wrong, which is Matthew Chen, Dean Manis, and their manager, Jack Pinchuk. And thank you for everybody here. Multiplex Movie Melee keeps us train on track so we can bring you all this great, great content. But until then, be well, guys.
Goodbye. Later.
I'll be right here.
After you, Junior. You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a
Goodbye.